Hey there folks, this is Cholera. Welcome to set 3 of the series between SKT1 and Woonjin Stars. This is going to be Fantasy versus Free. Definitely looking forward to this game. Free is still pretty much the best player on Woonjin Stars, and Fantasy is way up there. I really think SKT1 has even more of a powerhouse team than they had last season when, of course, they won first place. Second place went to Hwasanaz. But SKT1 now has a Zerg player. I mean, that's a sick part. They still got the lineup, of Bisu and Fantasy right there. Two of the top 5 players out there, I would say, at any given time. And now they have a Zerg player. That's just going to change the whole dynamics of Pro League as long as Bisu and Fantasy stay up there. Of course, Best has, kind of been replaced a little bit. Well, mainly replaced, I guess, by some other players. But certainly if he gets a little bit back into his previous successful play, I mean, that would be just an unstoppable team, basically. So we're going to see what happens. This is a new map here, a 2-player map called Match Point, and it basically reminds me a little bit of a Tau Cross kind of map, except with 2 players, a small choke point from your main base into the natural expansion, which is I think it's fairly easily protectable. There's one ramp leading to your natural expansion, so it's not that difficult of a map to go for a fast expand on, and we might be seeing that from the Protoss. I think 12 Nexus is very, very viable on this map, and I think it might be standard play in this matchup here. So we'll see what happens if Free decides to go for that. And if Fantasy is prepared for that, or, obviously he probably is thinking that that is a possibility, so he might decide to go for some faster attack here. We're going to see. There's Fantasy moving out his SCV, interesting enough. Probably just for an early scout, but we'll see. We haven't seen anything being built by Free, so leading me to think that it is going to be a fast Nexus. There's a barracks going up in a forward position. It is a standard barracks timing, though. Just a little bit forward, so perhaps to do some scouting to get some scouting information, perhaps to actually get some Marines up into Free's face, which looks scarily like backhoe sometimes. I don't know if I'm the only one who notices that, but that's a little disturbing sometimes. For those of you who've been watching my videos, I mean, for the 1000th video, definitely respond to that, guys. And respond by email, please. I've gotten so many comments on the YouTube page, I literally cannot answer them, because it's actually very hard to put comments on there. For some reason, copy and paste sometimes results in it not posting. So definitely send me your questions by email. It makes it more likely for me to answer them, and also to put them up in that video I'll eventually make in November. Oh, look at this. Probe's going to go and not see the barracks, of course, because it was placed in a forward position. Free's going to investigate inside of Fantasy's base. He's going to notice no barracks, but he'll know probably this just means that it's going to be a forward rack somewhere. Oh, actually, well, he might not be able to tell. He's attacking the SCV right now. This is actually a good amount of harassment. He's got the SCV down to pretty low health, so Fantasy's going to have to keep microing another SCV around. So we got ourselves a 12 Nexus opening. I think generally it's pretty safe here. I think we're going to, well, we could be seeing some, I don't know, a little attack from this SCV, perhaps. It looks like Fantasy's brought over a couple of, whoa, look at that. We are going to be seeing a little Fantasy move here, a little creativity coming from him. He is going to go for an SCV rush. Man. This is going to be intense. We've been seeing a lot of this recently. Let's see if Fantasy can get it done. I mean, that's all I can say, man. If he can get it done, he can get it done. It's going to be fun to watch, certainly. SCVs are definitely, they're clumped up right now. They're all clicking on some mineral patch. Free knows this is coming. We're just going to see how good his reaction is, basically. We've got one Marine there. And, yeah, looks like Bunker is going to go down. The Bunker's distance is too far away from the Nexus, by the way. Fantasy doesn't seem to be doing an amazing job. Well, he's actually got the SCV blockers in position now. Oh, this is going to be bad for Free. Damn, this is going to be bad for Free. I think Fantasy definitely expected it. Like I said, he expected the 12 Nexus probes going down. Oh, man, 4 or 5 probes, at least 5 probes dead. And now the Bunker doesn't even need to go up. I mean, the Bunker, all right, it does go up. It doesn't need to reach the Nexus because, look, there's just not many units around. I mean, well, actually, the commentators, I don't know if they were saying it was in range, but it definitely is. They were dragging that little the thing that made me suspicious. It's definitely on the far distance of the range, but Fantasy knows what he is doing, and he is going to be taking down this expansion no problem at all. I don't think it's like that other case I watched where the Terran really wasn't very far ahead. after doing it. I think in this case, Fantasy is quite far ahead. He really didn't have to pull that many SCVs, and now he's also killed a number of probes. Is a big difference. Like Bisu lost his expansion, he just he didn't lose any probes, and his opponent lost a lot of mining time, but not in this case basically. So good work by Fantasy, killing off the Nexus, killing off probes. I think right now he's in a solid position here. I don't think Fantasy's gonna be like Piano in the first game and lose. Although it remains to be seen. I wonder if he partially did that because the Terran on the Woonjin Stars team did that to Bisu. That'd be amusing. But looks like Fantasy has chosen to expand. Smart move there, and he's probably gonna get mines right now to protect against any kind of fast counterattack. Not going to be successful, though. I mean, Free has invested so much resources into this expansion, and he's just lost all of it. Uh-oh, Free managed to kill mine, but now his Dragoon's taking a pretty heavy fire here from the bunker. Oh, whoa! That's not very good micro there from Free, man. He loses 2 Dragoons there to the bunker. I know he was trying to do, but it didn't work. Now he's trying to control these Dragoons a little bit better. The Marines are going for the damage one. Smart work there, and looks like they're not going to go. Oh, is he going to get it? Oh, no, it doesn't. All right, so the little attack force certainly has paid off for Fantasy, doing tremendous amounts of damage and putting him firmly in the lead. I actually don't see him really losing this game in almost any situation unless something drastically strange happens. I mean, right now he's just in such a good position. He's expanded. He's going to get his economy up. Free does not seem to have any tech nor any kind of basic economic advantage at all in any way. Like, he didn't kill off enough workers or anything like that. So this barracks has been landed. It's not going to build anything, I don't think. Marines aren't going to be useful there. There's mines everywhere, and there's the first tank I've seen. Second factory going down. Fantasy basically just needs to grind it out a little bit, and he should have the win here. Smart move, though. And it's funny that we've been seeing that. 2 games out of 3 so far in this series have had an SCV Marine rush. That's certainly something you don't see very commonly. Uh-oh, Fantasy is going to build 1 Marine, just 1 Marine. Just a scout, and he's going to see a range upgrade there at the Cybernetics core. Really not too much that really Free can do at this point. A Citadel of a Dune going up. I'm gonna say basically DTs are not gonna work at this point. Given how late they are, maybe it's gonna be for a fast Arbiter build. We're gonna see. If we see a fast Templar Archives, of course a Stargate would indicate that. Well, then we'll know what's going on. But Fantasy right now, Fantasy and his huge Adam's Apple are doing quite fine. Looks like we got the probe transfer finally to the Nandro expansion. That Dragoon range could have been canceled. I don't know if that's what they're showing. I don't think it was canceled, though. But looks like, see, the natural expansion is not particularly hard to take unless your opponent bunker rushes you. I mean, that choke point is pretty narrow to the outside map, but, Fantasy had a great timing there. And he certainly has his micro down. I mean, he blocked those probes from getting up to his Marines pretty darn well. And here we're seeing, okay, so the commentators are showing us this is an exploitable area here for Terrans on this map. Wow, this could actually really benefit Terrans against the other 2 races because, as you can see, the siege tank has such... the mineral lines are so close to the cliff that the siege tanks can just hit the probes. In fact, I think if they inch forward, they might even be able to take pot shots at the Nexus. Okay, so there's the Stargate going up. That is as expected. I mean, it's one of those few trick kind of builds you can do off of 2 bases that actually works. I know Stork has done 2 base carriers before, but it usually requires a very different kind of map and basically no resources spent at all on anything else. One of the great examples was against 4GG on the map Troy. You guys should check it out. Stork versus 4GG in the World Cyber Games qualifiers for 08. Definitely an exciting map that's starting a game that starts with 2 base carriers, and it works mainly because Troy is one of those maps where you can get yourself locked out and lock out expansions and stuff. So. We got a lot of vultures here. We got Free looking slightly sad because I think he knows he's going to lose. I mean, this is just kind of, he's going to get ground down here, as you can see. Oh, man, but look at this. Fantasy is not even waiting to grind him down in the end game. He's just going right in it, trying to show off a little bit of his mine micro. Oh, nice. He manages to get a couple more mines off. Oh, beautiful scan, too, and the tanks fall up. Oh, man. There's GG coming from Free. He just got rocked. Fantasy just rocked him, and SKT1 basically just rocked Woonjin Stars 3-0. Well, like I said, they are a force to contend with when they got a Zerg player. I mean, this is just ridiculous. It's Imba right now, I'm gonna say, and they got Boxer too. He is just radiating with Boxerness right there, and certainly I can't wait to see him make his triumphant return to StarCraft. I know, actually, I'm looking at this right now. He did play in the Fall OSL prelims, offline prelims, but he did lose in it also to Sky High in the finals of trying to get out of the prelims. He did make it through two different players to get there, though, so good for him and good for Fantasy. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this small series. I guess we have to cut it short here because SKT1 kicked too much ass. Probably going to put a spoiler video up, or perhaps even two. We'll see, but you'll know the games end here. GG.